All right, good morning, guys. What's going on? We got some red across the altcoin market again today. Nice opportunities. You can take advantage of them or you could be upset by them. Either way, guys, I would highly suggest that if you're not buying anything today and you're not selling anything today, you might as well just put your portfolio away and relax, right? There's a lot of life out there to live, guys. You got to be patient. One of the biggest obstacles investing in crypto, in my opinion, is the patience factor, right? Everyone wants instant gratification, everyone wants parabolic moves. Now they don't want to allow time for their investments to mature. So just relax. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be cool. For me, I'll be doing even more DCAing today. We have been putting together a DCA portfolio training course over on the Patreon. By the way, all of our courses are free to our Patreon members, so check it out. We're 17 videos in today. As of today, we're 17 videos into that course. So it's definitely worth checking out if you want to learn how to strategically create a dollar cost averaging portfolio for sure. It's worth checking out, guys. That's what I will be doing again today. Looking across the space, guys, just it's buying season, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but it is buying season right now. Stuff pump.fund's looking juicy. Virtuals is down. I would need to see stuff like virtuals move a little bit lower though. I'd need another 50% out of, or another 40% down out of virtuals. It pumped pretty hard. Axelar, a steer coming back down under $1. That's very good. Very, very good. Very nice. Yes. Just under $2 billion market cap there. So there's lots of opportunity out there, guys. There is most definitely lots of opportunity, right? Life is what you make it. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart, see what we think is going on today. All right, so over on Bitcoin, we dropped as low last night as 106,738 roughly. Currently at 107,580. Now, I've been calling for, I think you're going to have some degree of support in this range here around 106,420. But I'm calling for down here, guys, right? And I'm going to show you over on TradingView in a minute. As you guys know, I've been calling for this for like 2 weeks now, right? Been saying that we are likely going down between $102,000 and $103,000 for Bitcoin. We got to bounce off that 50-week. Like I said, you could find a little bit of support in this range where we're at right now. There's a little bit of support at 107.5, a little bit at 106.4, but I think we're coming down into this little golden pocket right here, guys. So that's what I'm watching for. Let's go look at TradingView for a better look. All right, so as I told you guys before, like I've been telling you every day, multiple times a day for the last 2 weeks, we need to come down and touch this green line here, which is the 50-week moving average on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. It is currently sitting at $103,087. We need to come down and touch that. Every time we have in the past, as you can see, right here, boom, aggressive move to the upside. We touched it here, aggressive move to the upside. Came back down, touched it here. Aggressive move to the upside. That's what we're looking at right now, guys. So we need to come down and we need to touch that 50. Now, in saying that, the only thing right now that I can think of that would make me roll into being bearish, flipping bearish and saying, okay, I think we're going into a bear market here, would be if we dropped below this green line on the weekly time frame, not on a wick, on multiple weekly candle closes. If we did that, then I would say, okay, we're probably moving down into a bear market for the next year and a half. Now, one of the reasons for that is, as I've shown you guys in the past, right here, what do we have? Right? We dropped below it here at the end of December 2021, at the end of the last bull run, right? The blow off top. As you can see, we stayed down there for about a year and a half below the 50-week, right? We finally broke back above it in March of 2023. So yeah, that's about a year and a half, 2 years almost, right? Inside a bear market down there. Then we go back in time a little further, same thing back here. What happened? Right after the 2017 bull run, we dropped below it right here, in May of 2018, and we stayed below it for about a year and some change, a little over a year and a quarter or something like that. Broke back out of it in May of 2019, so around a little over a year, right? And then we started moving back up again. So the only exception to that is right here, right here. Now that was actually the COVID drop, right? Where we dropped below the 50-week and then we V-shaped recovered right back above it again in very, very quick order, right? So that's the only exception, and that was an artificial kind of thing, right? So that's why if we dropped below the 50-week on this time frame, which is the weekly time frame, I would say, okay, looks like maybe we're moving down into a bear market for the next year and a half at least, year and a half, right? But right now that hasn't happened. I think we're going to bounce off of here like we did here, like we did here, like we did here. And I think we're going to see an aggressive move to the upside, somewhere between $140,000 and $150,000, right? But it's probably going to take a few weeks to play out, guys. That's the thing. You got to have patience, right? You got to have patience. The market doesn't care that you want it to happen right now. The market does not care, right? You have to have patience. All right, let's continue on. Quick shout out to our channel sponsor, BTCC Exchange. We have actually teamed up to have a trading competition right now. You can use our link down below. See if you can beat me. You can win yourself a bunch of money. Our trading group is all participating in this right now over in our trading community, our VIP community. You could win Apple Watch SEs, iPhone 16s, the Vision Pro, a Rolex, the Model 3, or the Cybertruck. And this competition is on until November 30th. Get over there, guys. Win yourself some prizes today. Use our code down below in the description. Get a great deal. Also, over $10,000 in bonuses as well. Check it out today, guys. Tom Lee this morning. Tom Lee says October was the biggest liquidation in the history of crypto. He still thinks Bitcoin hits 150 to 200K by the end of the year.
I mean, if I look at everything since October 10th, because that was the biggest liquidation in the history of crypto, like bigger than FTX.
Like a margin call almost.
Yeah, it was like almost a miniature rupture, like a tsunami. We're only a couple weeks from that, so I think the market is consolidating. But if I look at fundamentals, like Ethereum, stablecoin volumes have been exploding, application revenues at all-time highs. So right now, fundamentals are leading price in crypto. So I think eventually we consolidate and then we rally into year end.
Is there 150?
Yeah, I think we could still get to 150, 200 for Bitcoin, and then something like 7,000 for Ethereum. I mean,
me and Tom Lee, we're like this, man. We're like this, 100%. Now, over the last 2 days, I've been talking a lot about these spot altcoin ETFs, primarily Solanas with the staking feature, and how this, in my opinion, is going to continue to bring in big institutional money when they can get up to 7% APY on their staked Solana. That's big, man. 7% is big when you're playing with tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Let's get into it here. The Solana, the spot Solana ETF attracted 44.48 million on Friday, marking the fourth consecutive day of investor capital flow into the products. Total cumulative inflows reached $199.2 million, with assets under management surpassing 502 million, according to Social Value data. The Bitwise Solana ETF dominated new capital contributions with a 4.99% daily gain. Market participants described the trend as a capital rotation, with funds shifting away from Bitcoin and Ethereum products into Solana-focused investment vehicles. Spot Bitcoin ETFs experienced 191.6 million in daily net outflows on the same day, continuing a week-long profit-taking trend. The funds shed $488.43 million on Thursday and $470.71 million the previous day. Spot Ethereum ETF posted 98.2 million in outflows, reducing cumulative inflows to $14.37 billion. The products lost 184.3 million on Thursday and 81.4 million on Wednesday as investors redirected capital elsewhere. Vincent Liu, Chief Investment Officer at Kronos Research, explained that Solana's ETF surge on fresh catalysts and capital rotation as Bitcoin and Ethereum see profit taking after strong runs. The shift signals rising appetite for a new narrative and staking-driven yield opportunities, which is what I've been trying to pound home. He expects Solana's momentum to extend into next week, with rotation staying alive with major cryptocurrencies pause. He cautioned that extreme volatility could emerge if macro news disrupts current market patterns. Bitwise's Solana staking ETF launched Tuesday with 222.8 million in assets, offering investor exposure with Solana with an estimated 7% staking yield. The product leads a wave of new crypto ETFs entering markets this week. Additional funds include Canary's Litecoin and HBAR ETFs, along with the anticipated conversion of Grayscale's Solana Trust into an ETF structure. Hong Kong approved its first Solana spot ETF last week, expanding global access to Solana's investment products. Analysts suggest the movement reflects growing institutional appetite for alternative narratives beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum. Staking yields provide additional incentive for investors seeking income-generating crypto exposure through regulated investment vehicles. Guys, being able to buy Solana ETFs at the bottom of the bear market and stake them for the entire cycle is going to be a game changer, in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. If you're new to crypto and you've never been through an altcoin season before, guys, there's no shame in having your hand held by a community of people who've been through multiple bull runs, who can help use our experience and knowledge to help you navigate this space. If you're feeling anxiety, emotion, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know which way the market's going, you got people calling for bear markets, people calling for bull markets, join me and thousands of other members today where we can help guide you through this space with the education and experience required to succeed. You can book yourself one-on-one coaching calls. You can join our group coaching calls. You can check out our trading videos. We drop daily trades over there, micro cap gems, getting in early on projects, the likes of XCN, ZBEC, and more. We got into those almost 2 years ago on XCN now, like a long time ago. ZBEC over a year ago. So yeah, if you want to get in early on these projects that explode later, definitely check us out. All that and so much more. All of our training courses are free to our Patreon members. So check that out as well, guys. If you don't know how to trade and you want to learn how to trade, as you can see on your screen, our traders have been extremely successful and they're having a blast. While the market is red, they're still making money. If you want to be one of those people, join us today. The link is in the description, or you can use the QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.